If you do return to the property, you're subject to arrest. I'm now asking you to leave. Here you go.
Sir, you can go ahead and arrest me, but this is unlawful what you're doing.
Are you refusing to leave?
Of course I am. This is public access. To me, I was ready to be arrested because I believed and knew that, you know, it was unlawful for him to trespass me and remove me from the park for what I was doing. It's unlawful.
If you do return to the property, you're subject to arrest. I'm now asking you to leave. Here you go.
Sir, you can go ahead and arrest me, but this is unlawful what you're doing.
Are you refusing to leave?
Of course I am. This is public access. To me, I was ready to be arrested because I believed and knew that, you know, it was unlawful for him to trespass me and remove me from the park for what I was doing. It's unlawful. Just squared away the hard way, I guess.
First, all new at 6, a story you'll see only on Wink News. A man preaching on Fort Myers Beach ends up in handcuffs, and it was all caught on camera. Now the wrongful arrest is costing you thousands.
Only Wink News reporter Adam Wright spoke to that preacher. He told us about the day a deputy hauled him off to jail for exercising his freedom of speech.
If you truly loved God, you want other people to love God.
On May 18th, 2013, Adam LaCroix visited Fort Myers Beach while his wife, Raina, filmed.
We're out there that day to practice freedom of religion, freedom of speech, to evangelize, preach the gospel. The Messiah's coming, you've ignored it.
Eventually, Lee County Deputy Daniel Keim approaches.
Do you have a permit?
No, this is public property, public access. This is public property. There's no need for a permit.
Do you have a permit, though?
Do I have a permit?
Yes.
No. We had already researched and known our rights, so we were prepared. I was prepared to defend my presence there.
Deputy Keim leaves for a few minutes, then returns and issues LaCroix a trespass warning.
I'm now asking you to leave. Here you go.
Sir, you can go ahead and arrest me, but this is unlawful what you're doing.
Are you refusing to leave?
Of course I am. This is public access.
Deputy Keim then puts LaCroix in handcuffs and walks him off the beach.
It's very shameful. You know, it makes you feel like a criminal, and you know, you're a spectacle.
LaCroix and his wife fought the charges and sued the county.
He was fully within his constitutional rights, but Mr. LaCroix was arrested anyway. So he was speaking in accordance with the First Amendment and was not violating any local ordinances. So that's why his arrest was wrongful.
The charges were dropped, and Lee County is expected to sign off on a settlement paying LaCroix $40,000 next week.
I'm hoping now that this case is settled, and hopefully is settled, and you know, that it will create a precedence and really make make a point to everybody who is in law enforcement, and then they'll address it in-house and teach their officers.
LaCroix says he and his wife won't be pocketing any money from that $40,000 settlement. He says all of it will go to lawyer fees and charity. And we did reach out to the Lee County Sheriff's Office for comment on this story, and in just the past 20 minutes, they tell us the deputy in that video was not disciplined because he, quote, did not violate any LCSO policies. LCSO says they continually train their deputies on the law and said LaCroix's actions towards beachgoers in the video was, quote, disruptive and harassing.
Arrest poised to cost taxpayers. Fort Myers Beach, Florida. A street preacher is in line to receive taxpayer money in a settlement over a wrongful arrest. Adam LaCroix was preaching on the beach in May 2013 when Lee County Deputy Daniel Keim confronted him and asked whether he had a permit. We had already researched and known our rights, so I was prepared to defend my presence there, LaCroix said. Keim left for a few minutes and returned to issue a LaCroix trespass warning. When LaCroix refused to leave, Keim arrested him and led him off the beach. It's very shameful and it makes you feel like a criminal. And you're a spectacle, LaCroix said. He faced charges of trespassing, violating county ordinances and disturbing the peace. But LaCroix and his wife fought back and sued Lee County. LaCroix's lawyer argued it was his First Amendment right to be present in this public park, public beach, and to be engaging freely in speech, making his arrest a wrongful one. The charges were ultimately dropped. County commissioners are expected to sign off on a settlement paying LaCroix $40,000, with $15,000 coming from the county's self-insurance loss fund and $25,000 from the Lee County Sheriff's Office. As part of the settlement, Lee County does not have to admit to any wrongdoing, County spokeswoman Betsy Clayton told Wink News. I'm hoping now that this case is settled, hopefully settled, that it will create a precedent and really make a point to everybody who is in law enforcement, and they'll address it in-house and teach their officers, Lacroix said. The Sheriff's Office conducts continual training for its deputies on all aspects of constitutional law and the First Amendment, said Sheriff's Office spokeswoman Sergeant Anita Iriarty. The Sheriff's Office didn't discipline Keem, who didn't violate any Sheriff's Office policies, said Iriarty, who pointed to YouTube videos that reveal what she referred to as Lacroix's disruptive and harassing behavior toward beachgoers. Lee County Parks and Recreation is considering adjustments to its trespassing procedures. For more information about the proposed changes, click here.